whoever wins this game goes on to face either Deimos Force or Arafat Enterprise in the lower bracket round 3. So on the left-hand side, we have Ace Phoenix, and I'm really interested to see what they're gonna ban today. So Ash the Crusher, brother, you're also a jungle main, right?
Yep. I feel
Yeah.
in this match, Heka is like one of the most broken champions right now. I feel either team should prioritize getting Heka or banning Heka out. What do you think?
No, I definitely agree. Like Heck is ultra broken. I mean, it has been broken for some time now, and we see the Heka ban already. So, I mean, both teams obviously agree with us. And
Yep.
on the left hand bans are all focused on Shaher, the mid laner for Wyvern. He's sort of like he is sort of a one trick in his Heimer being really scary. He has other champions, but like he has a limited champion pool, so people tend to target him a lot in draft phase.
Exactly. I feel Shaher is like one of the like carries in the team, so banning him out is like very vital.
Yeah, then again, he does have some other champions left over. I'm expecting something like a Vel'Koz maybe, or
Yeah,
even
Vel'Koz,
like a
Xerath.
Nico.
Yeah, Xerath, Nico. Seen him play Xerath wrong.
He doesn't seem to play Xerath nowadays. I haven't seen him play that champion in like months now. But yeah, I'm expecting Nico or maybe Vel'Koz here. Most likely Vel'Koz. But the thing is, when you lock him into Vel'Koz, you can draft an entire comp against it, right? Because you already know what it's gonna pay. Yeah.
Let's
And
see
there,
what you're
as you see.
picking now.
Yeah, it is a Vel'Koz pick, as we just talked about it. He did play Xerath nowadays. I haven't seen him play that champion in like months now. But it's a Trundle first pick though, which is really interesting. I'm not too sure about that. What do you think about it?
Trundle can be very good into like tanky comps, but since it's like first pick, I don't think it's a very good idea. But we'll see how the drafting goes.
It also got a minor nerf, I think. Something like a ultimate nerf. The damage decreased, I think. Like
yeah, even
35%.
attack speed has been reduced. Base attack speed of Trundle, but let's see how effective does it, show in the game.
Yeah. Invis going with the ego matchup. He's picking Akali into the Vel'Koz. Should be a good matchup for the Akali. A lot of kill threat. So that's definitely good. And on the other side, Carbexus is going for the Graves jungle, which is a comfortable pick for him. It's like his second or third most comfort pick, I would say.
With Ravenous being like one of the best items right now for any AD champ, and abusing it with Graves, I think it's a really good idea for that team.
Definitely. I mean, even after the nerf, you don't get the Omnivamp stacking anymore, but you still have the base Omnivamp, and you still have like the 100 AD from stacking it to 40. So it's still a good item.
So any champ which builds off of AD, if it builds Ravenous, it's going to be insane.
Definitely. It's the top lane matchup is super interesting here. Shen is like the most comfortable pick for the Clash Master 7, which is the top laner for Ace Wyvern. And Kled is also a comfortable pick for Phoenix's top laner. Rampage, yes. Though I haven't seen him play it much recently, but it is still a comfort, of course. What do you think about that matchup, the Kled versus Shen?
As far as top lane, I'm not sure, but I feel Kled might have a advantage in lane, but we'll see how it goes, because it's not just about the lane matchup.
But even in lane, Shen Kit, I feel like sort of counters the Kled all-in. Like you just W when Kled goes in on you, no? And you can like just dodge all the W auto attacks. Maybe it's a comp they're going for, like you have really hard engage when you have a Kled in your comp.
Yeah, exactly. With Kled and Trundle around, they can just run down the opponents, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's super difficult to play a champion like Vel'Koz when you're against Kled, Trundle, and even Akali, of course.
Wait, I feel like, Caitlyn is a very good ban here.
I agree.
With two like strong front lines, having Caitlyn is like very insane. So it's good that they banned out Caitlyn.
But it looks like Phoenix is going into the all-in route. They're probably gonna pick another all-in champion in their support and have a strong lane with the Kai'Sa.
Yep.
It
We'll see
looks
what they
like the
pick.
Kai'Sa Nautilus. Kai'Sa Nautilus is like a staple bot lane nowadays. It's really strong in lane. You have a lot of kill threat regardless of what the enemy bot lane is playing.
Yep, sounds really good.
I mean, draft phase so far has been to our expectations, I would say. I mean, we
Yeah,
predicted the
exactly.
Valky's pick, and pretty much everything is sort of predictable so far. And we see
Yep.
a Vayne lock-in for the fifth pick, which is interesting. It's I don't think
Vayne
it's
does
one of
sound good over here because
yeah,
like
I
three
agree.
tanks and good. Vayne is a good tank shredder, so yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Also, like Sword, Sword Art Online, the ADC for Wyvern, he has been
Hmm.
playing Vayne a lot in tournaments recently. Like in the past two or three tournaments, he has been spamming Vayne. Although I wouldn't say it's like his best champion, he's still really good on it, and it's a comfortable pick for them as a team.
Yeah, that sounds good. And looking forward for Twinzy to get his Night Harvester karma on the go.
Oh yeah, definitely. He always plays the first track Karma.
Yep.
I personally like the first track more than like the supportive builds, I would say, because you get a lot of lane pressure with the first strike and the Night Harvester. And even after lane, like when you're doing Dragon and whatnot, you get a lot of pressure in general with that build.
Yeah, exactly. You get so much poke off of that.
It low-key falls off though in late game. I
In
mean,
late game,
even
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Without having the support Moonstaff or what do I say?
the Moonstone and the Staff of Flowing Waters, you mean, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds good, but I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's personal preference, and yeah,
of course, of course. I mean, looking at the comps, all the champions are pretty standard. I expect Akali to have a lot of kill threat on the Velkas, and then the Kai'Sa Nautilus should also have threat. Top
yep.
lane looks a bit boring, but
Mhm.
yeah,
As long as Akali plays a bit passive till she gets six, she'll be fine against Vel'Koz with his poke and stuff. But after six, I feel Akali has a advantage in the lane. She can just you know get him out.
yeah, I definitely agree. And Velkas has to keep track of the Trundle as well. Like Trundle can easily get the Velkas flash whenever Trundle just comes in with pillars.
Yeah, with just one pillar, he gets slowed and he has to flash away. He got no other go.
Yep, especially after six, as you said. And
Yeah, exactly.
do you have any comments about the jungle matchup, like the Graves versus Trundle?
Uh, Graves is very strong at the moment. Seeing through the Trundle nerfs, let's see how they played out. I feel Graves is very strong, and and Ace Vyvern's jungler is like I feel he's a very invader style
Yeah,
jungler. So let's see what he does.
definitely. Yeah, he's a very aggressive jungler. He always likes to invade and start fights with the enemy jungler.
Exactly, and Graves is good for that. So we'll see how he kites out the Trundle and wins it for his team.
Definitely. Um, for now, we're just waiting for the game to start. And I mean, we talked extensively about the comps themselves, but let's talk about the teams a bit. I mean, both teams are really hyped in this tournament. Both of them are Bangladeshi teams, full Bangladeshi rosters, and both of them are part of the Ace clan, Ace Phoenix and Ace Wyvern, of course.
Yep.
They are like two of the top teams right now. Definitely, like DS, Phoenix, Wyvern are known as the top three teams. They have been top three for the last, I don't even know, like 4 or 5 tournaments. So they're definitely expected to perform. Like whoever wins this matchup will most likely just go on to face Soul Society or something, and then
I think they
they
face
should be.
Amos Force after this.
That's true. That's true. Whoever wins that one then goes on to face Soul Society versus or TOK, and then goes on to the finals. So this is
Yep.
like
Fingers
the
crossed.
Bangladesh
Yep.
representative game, basically.
Oh wait, after this game, it's them against Deimos, and that's also a Bangladeshi team. So
No, no,
we'll
no.
see.
After this game, it's actually Demos Force versus my team, which is Arafakash Enterprise, a very
Oh,
meme
okay.
name. And then whoever wins that one goes on to face the winner of this one.
Ah, okay. So more or less, it's a BD clash.
It is a BD clash. It is a full on BD clash. And the game started. Uh, it's in the starting phase right now. Should start soon.
Yep. Hopefully, they're all up with their battle pings and not
Of
see much
course,
delay in the game.
I mean, I am expecting the traditional Bangladeshi pause at the start, probably for like a minute or two, but that should be fine.
Yep.
Do you think either team is gonna invade this game?
I feel with Nautilus and Trundle, I think it's a good idea for them to invade, but we'll see as long as they got their the 5 points where you got top jungle around Tribush. So we'll see how it goes.
Um, I think we're still just in the black screen phase.
Yeah, I think they're on pause.
Yeah, it's probably because of a pause.
Yep.
Unfortunate. Shouldn't take long though. I mean, looking at the runes, everything seems pretty standard. Trundle opted for the lethal tempo instead of the PTA, which is
PTA.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, everything's
I
pretty
mean,
standard.
PTA sounds better off early against invaders like Graves, but yep.
It is definitely
Lethal's
better in
really
the
good.
early game. Also, it's more reliable, right? Because lethal tempo is more of a like if you're standing as the last man in a team in a fight in a skirmish, lethal tempo is really good. You can just finish
Yeah,
off
of
people.
course.
But
Exactly.
PTA gives you the spike in ganks and even in like 2v2s.
Yep. In crucial fights like the dragon fights and all, I feel Lethal would prove an advantage over PTA for sure.
Definitely. Also, just making sure you're following the YouTube stream, right? Like we're just casting up the YouTube stream.
Yeah. Same.
Okay, okay.
So here we
Mm,
are, the pass.
yeah, it
Should be
seems like ping
easy this time.
problems.
Yep. Hopefully it gets rectified soon.
Also, I think we'll probably be behind by a couple of seconds because of the YouTube delay, but that should be fine.
What pause time are you on right now?
Uh, we're both watching the same stream, right? Like, for
Yeah.
example, I am looking at 27, 53, 52.
Oh, I'm 1 second delayed. You're
I mean,
ahead of
pretty much
me.
the same.
Yeah,
Pretty much the
that
same. But
works.
like the,
Yeah.
the the point I'm trying to make is the YouTube stream is even farther behind. It's like 5 seconds behind, I think, 5 or 6 seconds behind. So whatever we say is gonna be delayed for 5 or 6 seconds, and then the audience is gonna listen to that. But that should be fine. Like we can't really
Yeah, it
catch the
should be
team
fine.
fights very well,
E-
but it should be
Exactly, but
whatever.
as
Yeah,
long as we can analyze the fights, like after fights, that's fine. Yeah.
of course, of course. Also, Graves going for the green smite. That's the only thing I see right now.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And green smite on anything is like really good right now. With
it is really good. It did get a lot of nerfs. The tenacity got decreased from 30% to 15%, which is a good nerf. And
but I
also the
don't think it's
tenacity.
gonna change much in
I,
the
I
end. But
agree. I agree. It's still a good smite to take.
yep,
It's probably still like the best smite, maybe not the outright best smite like it used to be last patch, but it
yeah,
is still really good on like almost every single champion in the game.
yeah. Besides the nerf, also I feel it's still the best smite right now.
Yeah. I mean, red smite feels kind of useless, I'll be honest. It really
Yeah,
doesn't deal any damage. The slow is nice, the 30% AoE slow, but you
Yep.
also need like the Ember stacks for that.
Exactly. I feel blue has a advantage over the red smite with the movement speed for
Yeah, I
champions
agree.
like good assassins like maybe Kha'Zix, Nidalee, Elise,
Yeah,
I
like
feel
any
it's good on
champion
them.
that utilizes brushes gets the benefit.
Exactly.
Also, in general, every single champion has a bit of a tempo advantage because of how you get movement speed after clearing a camp. So
Yep.
that is also like a decent benefit. I mean, red is kind of
Exactly.
useless, so like it's either blue or green for me. I mean, very rarely do I think red is good. Maybe like against comps that can kite you, if you're playing like Diana, Montegazer, or something.
Uh huh. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Either way, the game is starting now,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
looks
There they
like
go.
standard first items. Kaisa is going longsword plus 3 pots.
Yeah,
More of
she's
a
against a good poke lane, so might as well go for
right,
her.
right, right. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, Ace Phoenix are looking to invade, but
It's a three-man
let's see how it
invade. They're
goes.
probably just looking to get advantage over
A
here.
flash, yeah. Okay, nothing much happened.
Right. I mean, everything's fine so far. It's just standard 5 point from Wyvern, and Phoenix are just
Exactly.
looking to start bot as well.
Hmm. Trundle potting top. Oh, I think he's trying to get rid of the Shen early because Shen doesn't have TP.
Yeah,
Making Shen
right.
fall behind early is a good idea.
Definitely. Like if Kled can just lock in the Shen, then the Shen won't really have that impact they're hoping for.
Exactly.
Also, the Trundle, interestingly enough, is starting the yellow trinket instead of like the oracles.
I feel he
Most
wants to keep
junglers,
track of Graves early.
I guess, but like they're gonna be on opposite sides, so I don't know if how that's gonna work out.
Exactly. Yeah. Looks like both of the junglers are trying to go for a standard full clear.
I mean, Graves is definitely gonna have a faster clear, but
Exactly.
should be fine. Lanes seem pretty stable, I guess. I mean, Karma is obviously going to have pressure, but otherwise, it's fine. Like, Kaisa Nautilus will always have that kill threat, regardless of how much pressure
Exactly.
Vayne
And
Karma
they've
puts
got
on.
level 2 first, so
They did
Karma
get
and Vayne
level 2
have to
first.
respect. Yep.
Even though they're leashed bot red, they still got level 2 first. I guess you just can't
Exactly.
walk up against that lane.
Yeah, too much CC at an early level is a bit tough to handle. Ooh, and Vayne doesn't have cleanse. I don't know about this one.
Also, Grace came on the Raptors, which is it's actually kind of weird because Trundle went for the Krugs and left the Raptors, and Graves is now taking it.
Yeah,
Trundle's
I think
maybe
he's.
looking for a gank.
Oh, oh, has been waiting to check whether the red was up to find out
Yeah,
if not. Oh,
Graves
okay.
looking for a bot gank. Graves looking for a bot gank, and Trundle looking for a mid gank. Fights going on both sides.
Yeah. Okay, mid looks okay. Shahil with the barrier. Does good flash auto by NB.
Even the bot lane, the Graves I think aims for the kill. He goes in for the Nautilus, but he doesn't flash out and he gets CC locked under the turret. That's really unfortunate. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
really
but
good start for Phoenix.
yep, 2 kills on the board within 4 minutes. It sounds very good.
Definitely.
And
And
Vel'Koz supposed to be having an early advantage over Akali has fallen behind right now.
yeah, Akali gets a good recall. Akali has like a kill already. If I'm not wrong, Akali got the first blood and the Graves kill came after that. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, bot looks pushed in. Okay, nice hook on the Vayne. Okay, Kaisa gets exhausted. Still going for... Okay, lethal proc for Kaisa. Okay, Graves is here to clean up the Kaisa, yeah. Nice. 1 for 1
I mean,
in bot lane.
1 for 1, still pretty impressive for Phoenix. It took a Graves gank for that, so like that's still fine. I mean, Graves gets the kill, which is kind of bad, I guess. But Kaisa has a lane advantage so far.
Yep, exactly. Kaisa coming back to lane with more items to win. It's gonna be a bit rough for the win, but let's see.
I think Trundle wants to look for another gank in mid lane, seeing how Vel'Koz doesn't have flash. Let's see how that goes.
Yep. No sums for the Vel'Koz, so yeah. Okay, nice pillar by the Trundle.
Also, I've been noticing the YouTube chat, and as I mentioned previously, we are behind the YouTube stream. I'm trying to get to the streamer if we can get like a different stream without the delay, so that we can cast more appropriately. But for now, we can't really do that. I'm looking to see if we can. For now, I guess we just look at like post team fights, and we can talk about what happened after the team fight. That's the best way we can approach it.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds good.
All good. Anyway, I mean, and the last team fight we just saw Akali die. It's still fine. Was it a 1 for 1 or was it just Akali dying?
I was paying attention to the chat, so I'm not sure what.
Same. I mean, regardless, looks like a free dragon. Are Phoenix gonna contest for it? Akali doesn't have ult.
Okay, I seem to have gotten. Okay. Vayne gets the dragon. Oh, Graves just escapes with 1 HP.
That's a Giga throw from Phoenix.
Yeah.
They were already super ahead.
Despite being ahead, they threw out. And Graves is like a bit fed right now, and he could be a menace.
Also, I got to Sparta, and we're probably gonna get a stream without delay. So, thank you to the chat for letting us know.
Yep, exactly.
Also, that was a really big throw. Like, I don't even know what to say. I mean, Phoenix were like what 5-1 in terms of kills, and then Akali died just before the dragon, and then like they contested the dragon regardless, even though Akali wasn't there in time, and Akali didn't even have ultimate, so couldn't really do much. Even though like she had such a good angle, so
they probably should have just given the first strike and hope to contest Herald instead of that.
Yeah, for now, I mean, looking at scaling, what do you think? Which comp scales better into the late game? Like, forget about late game, maybe like around Dragon Soul Point, like 3rd or 4th Dragon. Which team would you say is gonna win the team fights?
Talking about Ace Phoenix, I feel Kaisa will be ahead of Vayne, but I feel Akali will have an item advantage over Vel'Koz. But Graves does seem strong, so with an early Umbriel Grave, he might go to a Ravenous into an Eclipse. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
That's true. I mean, if Graves gets a good enough lead, it's really hard to play against the champion.
Exactly.
Especially with like so many melee characters which get kited.
Exactly. I think he might be opting for the Gold Drinker build, but we'll see how he goes.
Gold Drinker is more of a stable build, right? It gives you a lot of stats for like one item.
Yeah, with having to match 4 melees, I feel Gold Drinker is a good item for Graves this game.
Right. You basically just don't die at all. Like you get a decent amount of HP from the item, and obviously the active gives you a lot of HP.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Also, it gives like what 8% or is it 6% omnibus?
I think it's
Regardless,
6%.
it's a good item. Yeah, 6%. Either way, by the way, if Wyvern just had a really good team fight, we still are not able to cast it play by play
Exactly.
because of the delay. But Wyvern
It's
won that
been
team fight pretty
able
hard,
to. Yep.
and they got a Rift Herald of it, and they should be able to use the Rift Herald before 14 minutes, and maybe even pressure for Dragon using the Herald.
Yep. And I feel they should use the Herald on the Vayne, and Vayne seems to have gotten a few kills, so putting more gold into Vayne is definitely a good idea because Vayne seems to be the threat
Also,
for the game.
yeah, like Sword Art Online has proven himself to be a good Vayne player, judging by his past games, and he's also a stable carry. He doesn't really throw much, is rarely out of position, so he's like a safe guy to put all your gold in. And looking at this comp, you have like a Karma, you have a Shan, you have a front line, a stable front line. So Vayne getting the gold is really good.
Yeah, exactly.
We see Broken Blade pinging his in-game ping.
Yeah,
It's
it seems
around
to be very high.
120.
Yeah, it is playable as long as it's not fluctuating, but yeah, we'll
I
see how it.
agree. I think 120, 130 ping is perfectly playable. Like I would know. I play on that ping all the time. I'm in China right now. I basically
Oh,
get
yeah.
120 ping every single. Like when I get 120 ping, I think myself lucky. Usually it's around like 130,
Sorry, man, I
and
can't relate.
sometimes it
I play on
fluctuates, man.
33 ping.
Yeah, exactly. I'm obviously jealous of you guys, but this is just how I have to do it.
Yep, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, I can always play on the Chinese server, but like obviously I won't have the community there.
Yep, exactly. It's not a very good idea, but maybe for solo queue, yeah, but not for compy.
I don't even have the energy for solo queue anymore, man.
Okay, they get a good pick on Shahir. Okay, but Herald gets wasted over here. I think I seem to be on par with the fights, I feel. We'll see, we'll see. Taka,
Yeah,
are
I
you
think we're still
refreshing your
behind.
YouTube?
Okay, okay, I'm checking.
Okay, good flash from Quincy to get away from an Octosok. Okay, Wyvern are trying to contest this dragon. Okay, Graves flashes away. Oh, Vayne gets caught. Ah, no. So 1 for 2.
Okay, so a lot of fighting went on while I was fixing the stream, but yeah, I noticed it in the team fights. I mean, Graves is dealing a lot of damage, but him dying early means you can just take the team fight as Ace Phoenix.
Exactly,
But
because Shen is not there for them to frontline, and Graves having to frontline for himself is not a good idea.
the problem is, even if they have a stable team fight, they don't really get the dragon, they don't get the objective. So, I mean, does it really matter at that point? I mean, gold is pretty much even. Wyvern has like a 1k, not a 1k gold lead, it's like 800 gold lead. And Shen should have his ultimate up soon enough, so they can just go for the dragon again if Phoenix doesn't rush it.
I'm getting messages that we are very out of sync, so I don't know what we are supposed to do. I think the next caster should be in the lobby for the game instead of watching it in a YouTube like us.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I am in the lobby, but the problem is I won't be able to follow the same camera. Okay, so I got
Oh,
Sparta to stream it on the Discord, and let's just watch the Discord stream. That should be fine. Yeah, we
yeah,
can stream from
that
we can
works.
cast from the Discord stream.
Yep,
This is better.
that works. Yep. So judging by that, we have Ace Wyvern with a 2.5k goal lead.
Wyvern just won a team fight and they're going for the dragon now. This looks like a really free dragon. I mean,
Yeah, free
Vel'Koz
dragon
is pretty
for
far behind, but Vayne has like 7 kills. He should have another item complete soon enough. I think he's gonna take this wave and maybe recall and get the second item.
yep. And
Shen has his
Shen
first
having to
item.
finish the hard steal seems
That's
to
super good.
yeah, and he could frontline really well for them right now.
I mean, Heartsteel is just crazy, right? Like, if you're in a lane where you can proc the Heartsteel reliably enough, it just gives you so much free stats. And also in team fights, as a Shen, you're autoing a lot, you're autoing people, so you get a lot of damage in with the Heartsteel, and obviously the stacks as well.
Exactly.
We are in sync right now with the actual stream, so we will be doing play-by-play for the team fights. And
Yep.
Graves is looking for a gank in top lane, though I'm not really sure how this is gonna work out. Kled seems pretty tanky. Yeah, he's just going for the scuttle.
Yep. Putting pressure over for getting Herald.
I
feel this is a free Herald for Ace Wyvern, but yeah.
It should be a free Herald.
Yep.
Also,
Herald into using Herald to get soul point would be a good idea for Ace Wyvern here.
one thing I just noticed, I think that Trundle sold his jungle item. I'm not really sure how he got his jungle item so fast with like 8 PCS. Aizen going for the kill on Sword. Sword out there. Oh, that was really well played. Sword went in on the
well played.
Vayne E. Yeah, that was well played. With the Shen out, it's really
Enemy is getting caught. Okay, the Trundle pillar helps them to get away.
I mean, doesn't really matter. Phoenix wants to make the play at this point because Vayne is so fed, you can't really let him scale anymore.
Exactly.
And like they're probably gonna get the Dragon Soul as well, so Phoenix really just wants to get the edge now.
And talking about Smite, I feel the Trundle has really sold this Smite item. I don't know why, but
Yeah, I'm fairly certain he sold the item because I don't see how like he's behind Graves in terms of farm, right? Like Graves doesn't have his item yet.
There's no way for him to farm it out.
And I didn't really see Graves taking too many waves, so he sold his jungle item, which is super weird. Okay, Unleashed Smite. Okay, can you just hover over the Smite again? 902 damage. Yeah, he sold his item. He sold his jungle item.
So, which means Graves will have a potential steal over Trundle whatsoever, because 1200 Smite, what beats that?
Yeah, it also means that he doesn't get the bonus from the jungle pet. He won't have the blue bonus. Did he go for green? Yeah, he went for green. He won't have the tenacity or the shield.
Tenacity or the shield, yeah. So that's
Bro, that sucks. That's really bad. I mean, it doesn't matter the world, but it is definitely some free stats you're going over. I mean, Trundle is super behind.
Yep, and Vayne is proceeding to get Bork next. So, with Vayne completing Bork, I feel it's a very tough game for them.
It is a tough game, and just look at the jungle difference. I mean, Graves has 2.5 items. He has the Umber Glaive, of course, and then the Eclipse, and then the half component of LDR. On the other hand, Trundle went for the Tiamat, so he doesn't even have his first item yet. He's going for the Sunderer.
Yep, I feel Graves is very high at this point right now. And Graves gonna end up finishing Serylda most probably because LDR.
Oh, right. That's my bad.
Yep.
Yeah, you can build into Serylda. That's a better buy here. Yeah, as you said, Vayne is going for the Botric. We can see from the recurve bow. That seems to be the buy here against. You're playing against what? 4 melee characters and 3 of them are tanks, so Botric is really good.
A really good purchase here.
Definitely. The game is paused. I think this is just a battle ping pause. You
That
have to pause like every
should be
20
okay.
minutes. Yeah, should be fine. I don't think they typed anything in chat explaining the pause, so it's probably just battle ping.
Yeah, I mean they have synced with each other with battle ping for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And as I was saying, also the game was unpaused. Should be fine now.
Yeah,
Shahir is
yep,
pretty
yep.
behind in this team. I mean, he has almost no gold. He only has his first item, the land
Yep,
raise, but that's still fine. Like, as long as he's safe enough as a Vel'Koz, he can still deal meaningful
with the
damage
with the true damage, yeah.
with the
Last.
true damage, yes.
Well, it's sad for Shahir because he's been targeted all fights or even before fights. In the early game, Trundle seemed to have had envy, so that's why Shahir is behind.
I mean, it's all good. As long as your other teammates are fed, I'm sure Shahir is happy and all.
Yep, as long as they win the game, fine.
I mean, just look at what Akali has to build. He has to go for the stock pot straight after the protocol, just because of how much like targeted CC is going on the Akali. Whenever he goes into a team fight, they just put everything on the Akali. They don't want Envy getting fed.
Exactly, it's either Akali or Kaisa they have to get rid of early, so if one's down and it's pretty much hard for the other one to carry out the fight.
Game's looking pretty stale now. There should be a fight soon. 30 seconds until the Mountain Dragon. It is a Mountain Soul, the Mountain Rift. And Mountain Soul is really good for both comps, I feel like. I think Phoenix is gonna look for a fight. They are posturing around the dragon. They don't want to give up the soul point.
Yep,
Envy's trying to get a mid push.
fighting Vayne before she gets all her items is definitely the better idea instead of giving them everything for free, because if Vayne ends up getting her Borg. Okay, that's a nice catch onto Shahir. Okay,
That's
Envy.
super in from the Wyvern.
Okay, Envy. Oh, the Shen ulti onto Quincy saves him.
Look at
Wait, what's
the
the
Graves. The Graves is dealing a lot of damage. I think it's gonna kill
Okay,
Aizen.
Graves.
Yes, Aizen
Okay,
dies.
Graves gets the Kaisa. Okay, that's fight one for Ace Wyvern.
Bro, that's just insane damage from the Graves and the Vayne. I mean, Vayne and Kaisa were pretty much on even items, but that's the thing. Like,
Exactly.
they have two carries, right? The Graves and the Kaisa and the Vayne. You
Yeah.
can't really just focus one. Both of them are dealing insane amounts of damage.
Yep. And I feel Ace Wyvern should have immediately ran to Baron because they have the enough damage to get Baron, but I don't know why they hesitated.
I think they're just playing it safe. It's fine, I guess. I agree with you. They could have gone for the Baron. They have enough damage when both of their carries are alive, but it's still fine. I mean, the team fight started a bit rough for Wyvern with Tahir, the Vel'Koz getting caught in mid lane, but as you saw, like they're way too ahead for it to matter. They have
Yep,
the
exactly.
stats from the dragons. They have so many items, and they just won the 4v5 team fight.
Exactly. So for now, I think Ace Wyvern should just wait and assure them a soul. With then they probably should just win the game off because Vayne is ultra fed right now.
Also, Baron is really interesting because you know how we were talking about the smite? In the Baron smite situation, the Graves is always going to have the higher smite damage. So it's super hard for the Trundle to steal, even if
Steal
they
it,
just
yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah, like Wyvern can just start the Baron and risk free, they probably get it in a smite
Yep.
versus smite situation.
The only way for Ace Phoenix to win the game is to get Vayne somehow early, which is very tough because she's very slippery right now. So we'll see. With Vayne having both the sums up, I feel it's very tough for
It
Ace
is
Phoenix.
very tough. They probably have to look to just kill Kerberos and Shahir again. I mean, otherwise I don't see how you win fights. But then again, if you don't focus the Vayne at all, the Vayne is just gonna deal free damage against 4 melees.
Exactly.
Also, what do you think about the Kled item? He went for the Ravenous Hydra
Ravenous.
first item, but he's pretty far behind. Like, he's behind the Shen. He can't really deal much pressure in lane with the item, I think.
Yep, exactly. I mean, he probably thought Ravenous good early. Okay, Shen ults out without having to deal anything.
That's super cool. Like when you see that Trundle killer, you know that Trundle doesn't have any more CC, so you can just do
Any
that.
more
You can just
CC,
Shen
so I
out.
can just ult away. Yep.
Yeah, that looked really in from like a spectator perspective, but yeah, we know how what really went on. It's still a good. It's still a good play. It's still a good play from the Trundle, of course, because obviously just get the Shen out for free.
Yep. Okay, they get on to Graves. Okay, Graves eats away. Okay, that's a lot of
Whoa,
ultis on the side of Ace Phoenix with Trundle, Fled, and Nautilus ulti down. I
that
feel if
Graves.
Ace Wyvern gets into a fight now, that's a for sure win for them.
That's a 100% win. I mean, Graves with 3 items dealt like half the HP bar of a
Of
Trundle, a tank.
Trundle, yep.
Yeah,
But Trundle doesn't seem to have any armor.
that's true. That's true. But yeah, I mean, what do you even build at this point? I guess that's Trundle. He went for the marks because of the tenacity. Wait, he's still going for more MR? I don't really
I
know about that.
feel he should have gone Frozen Heart or
He should have
Diamond
gone Frozen
Eleven.
Heart or definitely some armor item, right? Maybe a Torment is really good here too, I think.
But he opts to go for MR. I don't know why.
I
With
mean,
Vel'Koz
Vel'Koz is there
being,
in negative
yeah,
damage,
exactly.
right? That makes absolutely no sense. Trundle going the Spade Visas. Like, I understand Mark threats, you want the tenacity, but
Tenacity,
yeah,
but
yeah,
Spectres are a good idea.
this is kinda sus from Broken Blade, but that's it's whatever. He has been having good plays throughout the map, but not much he can do against this comp when he's super far behind.
Exactly. Case by one or posturing to make
Holy crap, that damage from the Shen.
down
Just
Shen. Oh
one
my
heart
god.
steel
Hot
proc.
Steel. Yeah. Okay, Vayne seems to have the tenacity pot, and yeah, I feel it's a free soul for Ace Wyvern because Phoenix
Does
aren't
look
looking
like
effective.
a free slow. Yeah.
Yep.
Shen has his ulti up, so he doesn't really need the shield. I
Yep.
mean the TP. I really like the Shen Ignite gameplay in this match because you know how like he doesn't really need to TP as long as he has the lane pressure. And Greek
And
Flashmaster
yep.
7 is a very good Shen player. He has been proving himself a good Shen player time and time again, and he showed it this match as well.
Exactly. And with Ace Wyvern getting the soul now, they should probably just force Baron and make them fight, and they just win off the fight and end through it. Okay.
Unless Trundle has a miracle flash here, flash smite, maybe? Okay,
Uh,
no.
okay, ult on to Vayne. Okay,
Envy is going on Sword.
Okay, okay, Sword
Okay,
is dead.
Vayne
Big
dies.
goal to Envy.
Vayne dies. Look at Graves. Graves ults.
Okay,
That's well played by Envy, but Envy dies into the turret.
okay,
And
but
Rampage should die as well.
yep.
I
With
mean, it was a good
leaving,
try. I
yep,
definitely think
honestly,
it was a good try. Nautilus ulted on the Vayne, and they just all in on the Vayne. Everyone
yep.
just went in on the Vayne.
They did get a big shutdown, but Grace was able to clean up.
Also, looking at the timers, Rampage in 28, Envy in 22, I think Wyvern can just do Baron.
Yep, they
SWAT
have
is
they
gonna be
have
up in
Shen,
like
Graves.
right. SWAT is also gonna be up soon, so they definitely can do
Yeah,
Baron.
it seems to be a free Baron. And Trundle not having the flash, there's no way he could steal this. He has Ghost. So. Okay, they should probably just try to 4-1 having the Shen split pot on top, and they should just run it down mid. So Shen can just ulti if they get into a fight. Sounds like a free win for
It
Ace
does
Wyvern
look like,
from this point.
I mean, as long as there's no major throw in this game, looks like a free win for Wyvern, but we never know, right? In this tense situations in late game, people do get caught out.
Yeah,
So,
but to be fair, Ace Wyvern does have an advantage in the scaling point of view. So
A summoner has reconnected. A summoner
it looks
has
like another
hmm.
pass for the battle ping.
Yeah, is it the battle ping? Or maybe just ping issues. Like, didn't they just pause like 10 minutes before?
They mentioned battle ping in the chat, so yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Looking at the KDAs, Shen 7012. Holy crap, that's this mega top cap.
Yeah, it looks like a perfect game for Shen's. Finger crossed.
It is a perfect game. Uh, I mean, I'm sure Phoenix was aware of Flashmaster being the Shen main, but they still went for the Shen pick. They wanted to play against the Shen, I guess.
They felt Shen wouldn't be a big threat to them, but he seems to be a big threat too.
Yeah,
Having
it
been
does seem to be a
frontline.
big threat. I mean, even with these items, even with like a full tank, 3 tank items, Shen still deals a lot of damage in teamfights with just like the Q, the grass, the Heartsteel.
Uh-huh.
Just a
Okay.
broken champ at this point with the 3 items. Also,
Yep.
Sunfire is really interesting. I think it got buffed this patch,
Mm-hmm.
like a gold buff, the
Yep.
cost of the item.
Okay, what do you think about the collector buy from the Kaisa?
Collector by this late into the game is very questionable. I mean, I understand why, as a Kaisa, you want to go for the collector usually, but as a third item, I don't really know, especially at like 28 minutes.
Yep, he probably should have opted for an LDR into an IE, but I don't know.
It's just messy team fights going on. Shen just flashes out. They get a free kill on NP, of course. Can't really do much as Akali there. They just get
Yep, exactly.
dove on by all 5 members.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
The game is stuck for a bit. Is it because of the pause?
I'm not sure. Looks stuck.
Should be fine soon. Yeah, we're just backtracking a bit so that we can come back to the thing.
Get back to the thing. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice Graves missed his ult there. That doesn't really matter, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Karbitz has had a fantastic game, I would say. As the Graves, he had a lot of pressure throughout the game. He had good ganks. I mean, the first gank was obviously questionable, but otherwise, he had a good comeback after that.
Yep,
And
he's
team
been
fights,
sh- showing very well in fights.
definitely. Yeah, they're just taking all the turrets, and I don't see how Phoenix can stop them really with this
Yeah,
comp. They have to go for a team fight, but there's no way to win a team fight against Mountain Soul plus Baron.
yep. I feel this should be game with them ending it right here. Okay, Graves gets caught. He has this on, yes. Ah, okay, I feel. Okay, Akali goes in. Okay,
Good try from the Akali, but it doesn't matter. A lot of
yeah,
damage from the Vayne, the
Vayne,
Graves, and
Graves.
yeah, it's a
So that's
GG.
game. Yep,
That's an ace. That's a 5-4-0, and Wyvern win the game.
yep.
Well
Good
played by
game.
Wyvern.
And exactly. GG's.
Alright.
Nice game casting with you, Dr. and Zed.
Yeah,
And good luck to you
I
again.
had fun too. Yeah, thank you, man. I mean, it's my game now. I'll probably be playing against Wyvern in the lower brackets round 3, and whoever wins in that matchup goes on to face the loser of Soul Society versus TOK in the lower bracket finals.
Yep, exactly. Stay tuned to watch for Dr. and Zed's game. Good luck.
Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you. All right, that's it for me, and I'll leave you guys. Stay tuned. Bye bye.